Don't know if it'd be a Saints player. I'm going to need the clue.
Okay. He is an Australian winger who's featured for the X-Styles, and perhaps biggest clue of all, he has a rugby league playing brother.
Oh, Joel Monaghan.
Correct answer. 1 point. 28 tries he had that year.
Yeah.
On the wing for Warrington. Better times. Okay. Related to that one, who was top point scorer in 2014?
Okay. I'm going to go with... Ooh, how far into the season did Luke Walsh get injured? Matty Smith would have been goal kicking at Wigan, I think. He would have been patchy. Did Warrington have a consistent goal kicker back then? I'm going to need the clue.
Okay. This player returned to their first club this year after many seasons in deepest East Yorkshire.
Oh, Mark Snyde.
It was Mark Snyde at Cass.
Yeah.
Cass had a very good year, and he was obviously an extremely good goal kicker.
They went to the Challenge Cup final, didn't they, that year?
I think they did.
Yeah. No, that was the year after. No.
Was it?
No, it was that year. Hold on, what year did I get married?
Don't get that one wrong.
No, yeah, it was that year. Yeah, they lost to Leeds, didn't they? Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. And the last question: who was the Man of Steel winner
in 2014?
Mm-hmm.
First year of the pod. Man of Steel. Was it Darryl Clark?
It was Darryl Clark. Yes, very good. It was. My clue was he also won the Young Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
Obviously, before he moved on to The Wire.
I wonder if he won the Super League Player of the Year. I wonder if I can find that out from one of my spreadsheets.
I think he might have. He might have done. He would have definitely been in the conversation if he didn't win it.
It would have been the first annual Sloppies.
It would. So yeah, I think you should be pretty proud of that. 4 out of 6. It's good.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed that I don't have a list of all the winners of the Sloppies.
Yeah, but take the wins when they come. That's what I say.
It was Chris Hill.
Oh, see that? There's another.
Won SLP Player of the Year.
Another early favourite.
Yeah. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, there you go.
But Young Player of the Year was Darryl Clark. SLP Young Player of the Year was Darryl Clark. Darryl Powell won SLP Coach of the Year for getting cast to that Challenge Cup final, I suspect.
Yeah, he won Coach of the Year in the main awards as well.
Yeah. And yeah, there you go. Shall we find out who won one of the bad awards?
It'd probably be like Salford players from the.
Dr. Bob Phillips obviously won the Dr. Bob Phillips Listener of the Year.
Of course he did.
Zach Hardacre won the See You Next Tuesday award.
Some things never change.
3-time winner Zach Hardacre.
The Zach Hardacre See You Next Tuesday award.
Yeah.
It's kind of at that level now.
Yeah, there you go. God, worst signing was Roy Asatazi. Best signing was Luke Walsh. So yeah, Warrington, big name signings, not all going to plan for years to come.
If you don't learn the lessons of history, you're doomed to repeat them. Is what I would say.
Rangi Chase was the most overrated player. He would have been at Salford that year, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And Ollie Holmes was the most underrated player. Some of the other awards we didn't have back then.
Yeah. 8 years ago, which is astonishing.
It's a long time. It's a long time to be doing this, isn't it? I wonder we've done 341 episodes.
That's why.
Yeah. I think we gave up Coach of the Year after that year as well until like a few years ago. So, because it was like obvious winners each year.
Yeah.
Right, we have got an and finally news topic that is a classic and finally news topic. Castleford Tigers player Jax O'Neill could be set for fame via TV show Love Island. Rugby League Live reported that O'Neill has been lined up as a potential contestant for the hit show, which begins next month. O'Neill, who's 23, moved from Cumbria to West Yorkshire to pursue his rugby league career with the Tigers and has earned an England Knights call-up so far in his career. Since making his Super League debut in 2019, he has made 29 appearances for the club, but injuries have hampered him over the past 12 months, and after undergoing major hamstring surgery, he could... That is what's basically made him available to enter the Love Island villa. Is it going to make it any more likely that you'll watch it, Alan?
No.
There's a chance here that by the end of the summer, the most famous rugby league player in the country is Jax O'Neill, and no one will know that he plays rugby league.
There is a world where that happens.
Yeah.
Just the same that there's a world where everything happens. There's a world where Warrington are multiple Super League champions. There's a world where there's a world where everything happens. It's like where it's the old monkeys and typewriters and all that.
Yeah, but even multiverse theory is it's still got to have some bounds on it, surely.
What you're saying is in the millions and millions of opportunities that happen, in every single one of them, Warrington just drop the lollies and. Yeah.
It's certainly more likely that Jax O'Neill is the most famous rugby league player in the country at the end of the summer. I think if Jax O'Neill won Love Island, he'd be more famous than Sam Tompkins if England won the World Cup.
For about 12 minutes, yes. Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah. Which is quite a depressing thought, and I don't know if we should end the show on that one.
I don't know. Obviously, it's a amusing news story, and it raises other topics and stuff like that. And Paul McShane was on Question of Sport, wasn't he, recently, which is good, putting people being on other TV shows, getting the profile of the sport, helping build that sort of stuff. I can't do any analysis on Love Island itself though, because I've never watched it. I don't really understand, to be honest. It's people. It's good-looking people go to somewhere in Mallorca or something, and then all bang and argue. Is that right?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, true. I'd say any of us hosts of Super League Pod aren't gonna have a clue. I'm sure there's some young kids out there listening. Esther or someone will surely have more of an insight than we could possibly have on this sort of thing. But if people think Jax O'Neill is a good shout for Love Island, let us know what you think.
Yeah, well, it's a classic could, isn't it? And potential. It's the old. He's probably just on the long list.
Well, I don't know. Tommy Fury, he was a sports person, sort of. He was on it, weren't he? And then I don't think he's boxed since. I think he's again just banged and argued.
And that's classed as summer entertainment now, apparently. I'm getting old.
Any other business?
Have you got any recommendations?
I feel like, and we've been doing it for 8 years, this show, so maybe I've just done everything already that I'm going to do now, and I'm old and boring too, Al, but I'm worried that when I recommend something, I've recommended it before. So when I was doing some canal walking this weekend, I was in Liverpool, so I got some food from Listo Burrito in Liverpool, which is a little burrito place that's open at lunchtimes on Dale Street, I think. Maybe I'm saying the wrong street, actually. But anyway, in the Liverpool city centre. It's good. Really nice. I'd recommend it.
Nice.
I walked from Liverpool to Maghull this weekend. That was my stretch of the Leeds-Liverpool that I did. And when I was in Liverpool, I sort of it's kind of confusing. Like, where does the canal start? Does it start at the disused branch bit? Does it start at the locks, at the Stanley locks? Does it start actually at the docks now, because they've got the canal link that goes all the way through underneath the Liverpool Museum, past the Mersey ferry port terminals, and into eventually ending up at Albert Dock and Salthouse Dock. So where does it start, where does it end? So I thought, well, I'll just go to the docks and walk from there all the way around. But one of the docks that's just a building site, the gates were open, so I just walked in and took a picture. So I've got some pictures for posterity about like what it looks like now before it all goes to glass and high rises, now that World Heritage status has been stripped of the Liverpool docks because of the Everton ground being built. So there you go.
Lovely.
What about you?
I don't really have anything this week.
No.
No. During the podcast, I've been drinking two Lucky Saints, which is a low alcohol lager, which is quite nice. But other than that, I don't really have anything to recommend.
Fair enough. Well, it's Sarah next week. So
it is.
It's Sarah for the SLP derby.
So it wasn't that she needed to swap. It's just that she was desperate to present the show with you. That's what it was.
If they beat us, she'll be claiming like that they should be the real cup winners or something if Wigan won the cup the week after. Or
I'm sure there'll be lots of spurious claims if that's the case. That's the nature of it.
But yeah, it's Sarah next week. So whilst David's off walking in the Scottish Highlands. So yeah, good stuff. Do you want to remind people where they can find us and get in touch with us and that sort of stuff?
Yes, so you can contact us at Super League Pod on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/superleaguepod. Also, you can email us at superleaguepod@gmail.com, and Mark will digest the emails. Superleaguepod.com for the episode blog posts. You can search for the show on Spreaker, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Spotify, Overcast, or anywhere else you normally find your podcasts. And we're also on YouTube.
Yeah, like I said, we've got David's email about the structure and that sort of stuff. So if anyone else wants to talk about the structure, then get in touch and we'll probably do something around Challenge Cup week with that. Shout out to our friends Rob's Megastore. Enter SLP10 on checkout and get 10% off your order. Little Warden Vital Alerts for hidden issues. Head to littlewarden.com to see what they can do for you. And Sarah's bookcase. Sarah sells Usborne books with access to over 3,000 titles from baby to young adults. There's something for everyone. Find out more on Facebook and get links to all of those on the episode blog post at superleaguepod.com. That is all of it for episode 341. I've enjoyed it more than I thought I would after Thursday night, to be honest. Friday morning, I was thinking, not looking forward to this show this week.
A little bit of space gives you perspective, doesn't it? And you've got something to look forward to in a couple of weeks. So.
So anyone who wants to reflect on the sad Maurice Lindsay news as well, for us to catch up on next week's show, please do drop us your thoughts on the Google form for the news. Other than that, we'll look forward to speaking to you all again next week on your favourite rugby league podcast, the Super League Pod. Until then, ta-ra!
Goodbye.
Wow.